Record the computer. So when you get in your Dropbox, you'll find your folder for your URL. Mine's 2v97. And you open this up. Now the memes for the uh, fun saving
Oh,
network
yes.
that we're working with. Don't get confused. These are suggested. Those are just kind of recents that you've looked at. So down here is really where we want to go. Now these memes are in the SHG folder. So they didn't
That's
rename it.
right.
It's in here in the SHG folder.
Yeah,
So
I noticed that.
you double click this open or click it open. And so see, I was here yesterday, so that's why it's showing me these previews. But the actual folders are here. So the two that we got uh, with the fun, and you can look at them by doing this. Watch, I click this, and here's what's in this folder. Okay, but that's not what I want to do because I could download each individual image, but I don't do it that way. That's why I want to show you how I do it. So I've already done the October. So the September has the 8 memes in it, I think.
Yeah, it does.
One of them does.
One of them does. Must be the October. No, this is the
I
one.
didn't
Yeah,
see
this
because
is the one I did September. I didn't do October. So let me go back
yeah,
to that higher level. And you have this navigation over here too. You could navigate the same way by clicking here, get to back here. All right. So anyway, so we're going to do October, but instead of opening it, when I come over here to these 3 dots, hover over it, make sure I got the 3 dots on the correct one. You click on this and then click on download right here. Now, if it doesn't ask you to navigate where you want to download something, it's going into your download folder.
Downloads. Yep.
Yeah, it goes into your downloads folder.
And it's
So
a zip file too.
that's why I want to show this Estelle,
all
because I want to
right.
show them how to
Right.
extract. I that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to show them how to resize it. Okay, so here's an easy way to get to your download folder. Once you have this, you just click this, and you get this little folder icon right here, and it'll open your download folder. Okay, now I actually want two. This is called File Explorer. Oh, we got Patrick coming in. All right, so welcome, Patrick. So
What did
there's
you
the
just
down.
do? What did you just click on to download?
To look at the downloads. So this little symbol right here is for downloads.
Oh,
The
that one.
area,
Okay.
the arrow,
Yeah.
and with the underline on it, that means down. And when you hover over it, it says downloads. When you click on this, hi Patrick, um, you
Hi.
get
Good
this.
afternoon.
You could go to the file this way, which is not what you want to do because it's the zip file anyway. So when you click here, it's going to open the folder. Okay, so it says show in folder, right? When you hover over it, do you see that? A lot of
Oh
people
yeah.
they don't, this is just a shortcut. Okay, so let's say I didn't use that. Let me go here and close all these file explorers I have open. And then I could just open my file explorer over here and navigate to downloads right here. And there's the most recent download at the top right there. So it's just a shortcut to get to the same place. This thing right here goes to that folder that I just showed you how I got to. I want two open anyway, because I'm going to cut out of one and paste it in the other. So let me see if I have two here. Um, I have two. So get them both on top. So this, I'm going to leave this there, and then I want to navigate to where I want to put it. All right, so you got to know where you're saving your files that you're using, but we want to move it. I have it here under PBS, and then I have it under my URL because I got a lot of folders over the years here. And then this is my new folder, which is Fun Saving Network right here. And then I will put it in a folder that I call images. And now I created this when I was downloading them the other day. And so what I did is I created this folder from Dropbox. It's inside my images folder. So I'm not going to be confused. I know where it came from and what it is. But if you see this October is still zipped. The September, this is the zip file because you can see a little zipper on the folder. And when you hover over it, it says zipped. All right, this one not. Okay, so right here in September, I already unzipped it, and it's going to create, when I unzip this October folder, it'll create this folder right here. So let me show you what I would normally do. Now I can't move it in there because it's got the same name, but if I change the name a little bit, then I'll be able to have two in there. I could just take out the 20. Just make it October 25, and I'll show you why I did that. So here I go. Now I'm going to put this out of my downloads folder. Cut means copy and delete. Remember that. Cut means copy and delete. Control X. Okay, now I'm going to paste it into here. Control V. All right, so the only reason it would have said, oh, that file already exists, you want to overwrite it? I could have said yes, but I just wanted to explain to you, you can't put a file in a folder that has the exact same name. Sometimes the computer will add a one after it or something. You can't have two files that are different, or even if they're identical files, in the same spot is what it gets
And
down to.
it'll ask you if you want to replace it
It'll
with that.
ask you, do you want to replace it? And I could have done it that way. Right now, I have two zip folders in here that are exactly the same thing. So I really don't need one. I'll just delete the one. I just wanted to show them how I move it from
Right.
the downloads folder to this folder from Dropbox folder. All right, so I'll just go ahead and delete that because I really don't need it. And I'll unzip the one I brought down last night or Tuesday night, I think it was, which is this one. So all I got to do is right click on here. And this is why I created a folder. One of the reasons I created a folder from Dropbox, because it's going to extract. So the word is extract all right here, extract all. And it's going to ask me, where do I want it? It's going to default to where I put it. So it's going to create that new folder, October, that's not zipped with everything inside. So watch when I click extract. It's actually opening the folder right now. So I'm going to close all these so we're not confused how this works. So I'm just going to close these and kind of start fresh here. This one here. So now you see we have October and September that are not zipped. So, when you hover over it, it doesn't have zipped. But when you hover over this one, it should say zip folder. Yeah, compressed zipped. So zipped means it's a compression technique, whatever, that it's less data that way when you move it. All right, so this one shows you it's a folder available on this device. All right, so now when I open this, watch what happens. It has another folder with October 2025 in it. All right, so the actual memes are in here. So you see, I do have two folders, the exact same name, but they're in one folder's inside the other folder, so it can do that. It can't have two in the exact same place. So anyway, we're going to open this up. And so sometimes people say, but I don't see it. I opened the folder and it's not there because they got to go one more deep. So you can see right here, October 2025, October 2025. This is
And
the
those
higher
are
level.
your 8. So it is October
These are
that
the
has
8
the 8.
inside this.
Yeah.
And they're ready to use. However, look what happens. So when I hover over this, it shows me the size, 1024 by 1024. So for advertising and for my purposes, when I even want to use them on social media, I like 450 width. I don't really care about the height, but the width, I like 450. All right, so you could probably go 600 if you want, but 450 works for me, so that's what I'm doing. And you can use it or don't use it. So what I wanted to do is show anybody that has a Windows computer how you can easily, with a native imaging editor that comes with your Windows computer, you have a program called Paint. So when you right-click on this image, right here, and you open with Paint right here, then it's very simple to just go right here to this little icon, resize by clicking that, change it to pixels, type in the width that you want because they're constrained. So whichever you're doing, it's going to change both. Now I'm going to say okay. Now, this was a PNG file, and I don't want to use a PNG file. I want to use a JPEG. That's my personal preference. It'll work as a JPEG, PNG if you want, but I'm going to change it to a JPEG. All right, so File, and I want to Save As right here. I'm not going to save it what it is. I could just click save and it would overwrite what's there. I'll have that image saved with the new size on it. But I like to keep the old size and the new size. So I'm going to save as, and I'm going to click on it. I'm going to make it a JPEG. Now, I'm not going to put it in the same folder. Okay, so this is the folder I was in yesterday. So I got to navigate to where I want I want it to be, which is here from Dropbox. I want to be in October, but I'm not going to say this way I don't have to rename my if I don't go into this second level right here where the original images are, it doesn't show because they're ping files, they're not JPEGs. But if I were to well, you can't, that's not how you do it right here. You'd have to click on all files. Or if you here PNG, see now you see them, okay, because that's ping. But anyway, I know they're ping because I did this yesterday. So I just changed it. I need to change it back to JPEG. Oops.
There it is right there,
Yeah,
JPEG,
right.
there.
Okay. So now I'm going to keep the same name and I'm going to put it this higher level. So I'll have two images that are exactly the same. Well, let me show you. I'm going to save that. All right. Now I can close. Paint will keep opening a new window every time you open a new image. So now it's set up. So I can just quickly do all of these real quick. Let me show you. Open with. I have my default set to image ready, so I have to open with. But if you set your default to open an image with paint, then it'll come up automatically.
What
Is-
is image ready?
It's part of Photoshop.
Okay.
And now file save as, JPEG. And now it's going to go in the correct folder for me right here. So there's the first one I saved. That was seasonal 6. Make sure I'm in October 25. This is the folder that had the originals in it, and I'm going to save it there.
How do you get it like to your advertising?
All right, well, we'll stop
Can
doing
you
this. I
just
can come
copy
back.
it? Can you just
Uh,
copy it from there?
well, it depends on what advertising you're doing. Usually, you're just going to drag and drop it in there.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Just drag and drop it.
Classifieds for free, you have to upload it and then select it for your ad. So we'll do that. At any rate, I'm in here in the higher level. So now you see I have these two images resized. So when you hover over it, it's 450, 450, and in here is the original. I did 1 and I did 6 so far, -6 and -1. So let me see what's going on here. Come on, open up. Um, 6 was the first one. I don't know why. He's got a couple seasonal -6 and seasonal -6. What is this? SEASONAL, SEAASONAL. So you can't have two files with the same name in the same folder. So that extra A right there is how it worked out to be that way. The person doing it probably just added that A because, oh crap, I already have one -6. I'm just going to do it this way. So that's why. But yeah, so when you open it up, don't be surprised you have two that say seasonal -6, but they're different. They're different. That's why I always keep mine. And you can look at your view on your Explorer different if you want to see it like that, or you want to see extra large icons, you could see it like that with the view right here. I usually keep mine on large icons. That's because I can kind of tell what it is without having to scroll or anything. Well, that's me. All right, so now what I was doing here, I don't really need to do this. I'm adding my resized into here. So, well, I do need to be in that one. So I got to open it back up, which is here.
Can you modify the the photo from here?
Here's the photo. It's the wrong size that I want to use on my advertisement, Patrick. So I'm resizing it. Okay, so what I do, this is the next one I need to do. I'll do it again here. So see, it's if you can see that where it shows dimensions, 1024 by 1024, I want to make it 450 by 450. So the way I do that is I select it and then I right click and open with paint. right here. Paint is native Windows computer imaging program on Windows. All right, so you have Paint whether you have a shortcut to it or not, doesn't matter. It's part of your Windows. It was there when I had Windows 3.1, we had Paint. All right, so here we go. We're going to click this little icon for resize. When I hover over it, it says you could resize it right there. And then I'm not skewing it. You could skew it, but we're not going to do that. We're just using this. You wouldn't want to skew an image like this anyway. All right, so highlight that, change it to 450, and then say okay. Now it's going to resize it down to 450.
Is 450 standard? The size, is it
Well,
standard?
I'll be honest with you. No, but it's something that I've figured out in my head that works good for me.
Okay.
And so I'm using 450. And it works
Okay.
good on my web page. It also works good on my advertisements. If your image is too big, which those 1024 are, you'll have trouble with your advertising. Not all of the advertisements they'll automatically resize it, but some of them because the data is larger. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So right now I'm going to do File Save As, and I'm saving it as a JPEG picture. All right, now it's going to go back to and now I don't have to change it because I already did that, and I'm in the folder I want. But let me just show you what I'm talking about here with this thing. So by the way, when you're on File Explorer and you want another File Explorer, you could just hold the control and type N for new, and you'll get a new window, just like that. So now I can navigate away from one and stay in one. I have two windows open. All right, so control N for that. Now, I'll go over here and we'll put one of these. This is in the top level, and this one I'm going to put in this level where I'm resizing it. So watch when I hover over this last picture that we resize. You see how it says size 79.3 KB? That stands for kilobits, okay? So that's less than 0.1 megabits. So that size of data that it takes to load this image is directly correspondent to how fast it loads on the internet. And it also depends on the person's connection and everything else. So when you go over here and you hover over this, you'll see it originally was 1.83 megabytes. So that's another reason, whether it works or not, but that's another reason. That's a really significant reason for resizing it to the size that you really want it to see it, rather than, because what happened, it'll upload it and then like WordPress will resize the full picture to whatever you set it as. But it's better to resize it first because of the file size that it creates. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
it
right
does.
here, I'm at less than 0.1 megabytes. I'm at like 0.8 megabytes, 79.3. And over here, the same exact image is 1 point. So I took off a whole megabyte of data by doing it, by resizing that. Yeah. So that's why I do it. That's one of the reasons I do it. And 450 works good for me. I mean, it does. I know I've been doing this for a long time, and I had experience with images before I ever came here, and also web design before I ever came here. So I know about loading web pages and what, some do's and don'ts. And one of the don'ts is to add a bunch of huge images that gobble up a lot of data so that the page is really hard to load, so just be aware of that. All right, so we'll do another one. Here we're going to do this is the next one we need to do. Now I have both folders open, so I'll see it, add it to it. I just go here, right click, open with Paint. I mean, I did all of them last night in 5 minutes because it was so easy. And then, you know what you're doing, and you just move through the process. Okay, and then my file save as JPEG. It's going to go exactly where I want it, right there, and save. That one's done. Does that make sense, Carol?
Hmm?
Does it make sense what I'm
Yep.
doing? Good. Open with, and we're going to use Paint, and it opens it up. I think I only have a couple more to do anyway. Just do
See, I have a Chromebook, so I ain't paying that much attention to it.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, I have
Chromebook.
I have
That's
Chromebooks,
right.
so I don't have Windows anymore. So I'm not sure
Oh,
which program I have. So
yeah.
to
Well,
do
you can
this,
do it in
so
Canva. We could try it in
yeah,
Canva.
yeah.
But
Oh, I
maybe
know I
that.
can resize. I've resized things already, but I just don't remember what
All right.
program it
Well,
was. It was
I'm
or
making
something
this
else.
for kind of a
But
newer students, Carol, because
yeah,
I
right,
want them to see how to do this. All right. So
right, right.
I
It's
save
the
this,
same
and
process. Yeah, it's
that's why I'm
basically the same
recording it.
process. Yeah, it's basically the same process, whatever program you're in, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Some
you
of the
just
steps,
resize it and save
but
it.
it's
Like
yeah,
I could open it with Photoshop, and
right.
do it that way, but you don't need that
It's
big
what you used to do.
program. And I don't,
Right.
the paint uses up less. That's why I do a lot of stuff in Notepad. It uses up very little memory to run that program. And
Cool.
so it's, I can do, text on paint on Notepad and not use up a lot of resources.
Right. That's a good idea.
Because Word uses up a whole lot more resources on your computer than Notepad. Yeah, a
Where
whole
are you
lot.
gonna make that? Where are you gonna make? You're recording this, right?
I'm still recording, Doug.
Okay, but where are you gonna? Are you gonna put it out on your website, or what are you gonna do?
Well, you know what I'll do is I'll send the link once I upload it to YouTube, direct to you.
Okay,
You know,
good, good,
and
good.
I might put it in my group chat. I'll send it to Jan. That's really the reason I wanted to do this is for my student Jan. Didn't make
Yeah,
it
send it
today.
to me too, because like I said, it's the same process. It's just maybe a different program.
Yeah, it might be. They
Yeah,
probably have something for that on.
I'd like to have
Well,
the
I'm
recording
sure
too.
that Google has an image editor somewhere along the
Yeah,
line. I don't know
something.
what it is because I don't use it.
Right. I'm sure
And
Carmen
that's
has
why
some
I kind
like
of get
similar.
bummed out when I have uh, students on Mac because I really am not a Mac guy, and I have
Yeah,
trouble helping them. I really do.
right.
So I
Yeah.
think I have one more to do it. I could leave it as a ping. I could save it right over my meme that I had already, but that's a preference that I chose. That I just wanted a copy of the original size and a copy of the new size, which they're all copies from my Dropbox. So I can do whatever I want with them. Be honest with you, because I still have the originals in the Dropbox. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that's how that goes. So we got one more to do here. Might as well do it since I did all these. It's just about 3 o'clock and I gotta get going because my wife has something for me. Okay.
Yeah. So I'd like the recording too when you get done with it.
I would too.
Well, let's just do this pixels and then we're gonna do this 50 and okay.
What does the skew mean?
You means you would here I'll do it without um
Save it first before you do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Let's save it first. There you go. Save it. Good
Be
thinking,
safe.
Stell.
Mess it all
Whoever
up.
said that, because I started to hesitate right then. I'm like, wait a minute, do I want to do that?
Yeah.
So
Right.
skew
Yeah.
would be like if you wanted to distort this thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, you should be able to do it with these handles too.
Oh, okay. Like just
No,
do
no,
a
that
use
didn't
it.
do it. So let me do
Oh,
control Z to undo it. So let's do it with this here and see what we get. So we'll do skew horizontal. Uh, they want degrees, so let's say 10 degree or let's say something so we can see it. So how about well 10 degrees should be enough. 10 degrees. Okay, so that's on the horizontal axis. Okay, didn't change it. So you know what? You have to play around with that. I don't know. I thought I knew it. 450 by 450. Oh, you know what? I forgot to. Did I click OK? 10. Now let's do vertical 10.
but they're not staying in there. Maybe you have to take the
No.
Yeah. Horizontal went away.
or maybe you have to
Yes.
take the pixels out.
Oh, there you go.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Oh, look at
So that
that.
That's
would
how
be
this
skew.
was skewed.
That would
Yeah,
be a
right.
skew. So
that's
then
kinda
if you wanted to make it perspective, you could grab the corner and drag it down, I think.
right. I got you.
Hmm.
Anyway, you could play around with it or whatever.
I just wondered. Thank you very much.
Cue means to cue it. Do you want to save your work? No. All right. So now I've got all my images that I wanted to use for that are resized. Let's say if I want to look at this image and read it, I can open it with photos and then take a look at exactly what it is. This is the size that it actually looks like on my advertisement or my website. So be the Santa at the fraction of a cost. See how you can, for free, access top gifts for a fraction of the cost. Get going early to be all set for the holidays.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
made a mistake in there. They didn't put any. They got before the 4. They've got the God, I can't
Be
think
the
what they're called.
Santa at a fraction of the cost. See how you can, for
Right
free,
before the F. See the before the F. The
right
little
here,
yeah those, but they don't have the end ones.
the
The
closing quotation.
quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quotations. I
it
couldn't
should
think of
have
the word.
closed quotes. Should have
Yeah.
closed quotes there for free, but he doesn't.
That's
You're right.
Rory being human.
That's
Yep.
right.
That's
Yeah.
what happened. And you know what? That's the thing. That could help somebody looking at it. If somebody's looking at the ad, they think, "Wait a minute," that may make them notice. Hey, there's something
Yep.
wrong with him.
Yep.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
and
did
that is
it on
true.
purpose. You know,
Now,
Well, it's different.
I
It's
tell you
different.
something. Um, let's.
because it made me notice it more.
That
You
was
know,
number 7. Yeah, right. It brought your eye to it. Say, wait a minute,
right,
something missing there.
right.
So, uh, you open with paint. Now, I haven't done this. I usually do this in Photoshop, but this is why one of the reasons why I want. So if I go here, let's see, one of these tools, this one right here, is a pencil. So the eyedropper right here, click that, and then click the color next to the color right there. All right. So now there's the color that I have on my thing. And then I could use the little pencil right here
And get rid of it.
and I could just get rid of that.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Should be
you
able
can
to.
edit these too. You can edit these memes too. I didn't know you could edit them.
Yeah, well, I'm having trouble because I need to view a larger. Okay, so I do this, what I'm doing here, you guys, I do in Photoshop 1, 2, 3. All right, so anyway, let's see what we got going here. I haven't messed with this for a while. So the problem is I have the wrong brush. So I need to get the right brush right here. And then I can, oh, that's editing. Okay, so there's another way you can do it. You make this little thing right here,
Mm.
little selection around it. And then when you, okay, so then there's a thing called the
Erase.
no, it's they don't call it that in Photoshop. What do they call it? It's the paint bucket. Paint bucket is what I'm looking for. This right here. Fill. Didn't work. It's been a long time since I messed with paint. At any rate, I'm not gonna save this. I'll show you how I would quickly do this. Do you want to save your work? Don't save. Go ahead. Because I do want to do this just to make you guys see magic happen. Especially when it's so darn easy.
And this, you pay for this, right?
I did, yeah, way back when. 2007. So this is Photoshop 7. Oh my God, they're way past that. I can tell you that. But yeah, I paid like $500 for this. At any rate, you go here and go open.
Is that lifetime?
Yeah, yeah, you actually buy the program, you know what I mean? They don't do
Okay.
it that way. Now they lease it. Microsoft, same thing. You used to buy
Yeah,
a copy
each year you have to renew it.
of
Yeah,
Oh,
Office,
oh
and
yeah.
now
like
it's
that.
not that way. You have to renew it every year. Yeah.
Right.
So from Dropbox, I'm right in the same folder that I wanted to be in. So I must have been doing something there. Yeah, it's where I created images. So here it is, October, and then it was number 7 that I want to do. So watch what I'm going to do here. Um, Now this,
That's the big one, right?
no, this is the small one. I
Oh,
just got
okay.
this. And if I wanted to see, I just go image, image size, and say, oh yeah, this is the 450.
Oh,
See?
okay.
So,
Yeah.
but now when I have this like this, watch this. I'll just zoom in on this right here, and then I'll get my
Oh,
selection
cool.
tool. Get my selection tool right here. Whoops. I'm going to copy this right here. Control C and Control V. All right, now I have a layer with that on it. See that? Okay, so
Uh-huh.
on this layer, I could come over here and edit. Flip horizontal, like that. Now I'll turn my view back on here. And I'm going to go back down to normal size. This is why I do it on Photoshop, because I know this program so inside and out. Now, all I got to do is grab my move tool right here and move this over here.
Oh, oh, nice.
And now I fixed it.
Yeah.
Now I just have
Cool.
to image, flatten, layer, flatten, flatten image. And now, well, I left a little bit bigger space, but that's the beautiful thing with Photoshop. You have a history. So on Photoshop, with the history here, you can
Cool.
go back here and go back a step. And now I can do it again. I can move it a little bit more. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to make it perfect too. You could zoom in and then
Cool.
you can put rulers on here and just line it up to the line. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
So, but that,
Oh,
you know
that's
what, for that
cool.
purpose, actually, if I have my move tool going, which I do, I can bump it over 1 pixel to the left because it looks like there's a little more space on the right one than the left one. And it'll just move it one little tad. Now I could flatten the image. That's why I like to do it now I can save it.
That's cool.
Yeah. I like that.
And I'm just going to overwrite it. And so now when you go back and look at that image right here, we looked at a minute ago, open with photos.
Got both the things.
It'll have the double quotes there, and no one can tell it was wrong to begin with because I flipped them over and everything, right? So
Right. Cool.
And I think the double quotes make it stand out more too.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
it
Right.
does.
free.
Well,
That
for
and
free,
it
yeah.
is probably it wasn't an intentional omission. I don't think so. It just happened to be somebody
Probably
trying to
not.
go fast,
Right.
and they did it. I mean, I could have flipped them over and made the lines down at the bottom, the small lines, but I did it like that. Just it's creative license, right? We can do it like that.
Right.
So I have it like that now, and you don't. But sorry. At any rate, I gotta close this. Um, I'm making this darn video way too long. Well, I gotta use these tools to stop the video.